What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Snap a Figure review. Today we got a double review for you here. We got the Ultimate Edition Damian Priest and Elite 117 Rhea Ripley. As you guys know, in my recent short, we got a mail call from Ringside. We got 4 figures. We got this Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, the SummerSlam Roman Reigns, and we got the Brian Pillman Elite. So out of those 4, I figured we'd do the Terror Twins, Judgment Day, whatever you want to call them, put them in one review, and we'll just get right into it because I don't usually do double reviews, so this is new. Alright, so we're going to start with Damian today because he got more to cover. He has more accessories and everything, so we'll get Rhea out of the way. Alright, so here we have Damian in the box. You can see you got 3 interchangeable heads. You get the Money in the Bank, the cloth, like rubber kind of combined in the entrance gear. You get your hands on the side. Over here, Damian Priest on the top, regular Ultimate Edition box. You get used to it. Picture of Damian. The back, you get a picture of the figure. Real life pic. You want to pause to read that, stats and everything. And Damian Priest. That's pretty much it for your box. All right, let's get Damian out of the box and see if it's worth it. All right, so here we have Damian Priest's accessories out of the box. Let's start with the hands you get. You get 3 sets here. You get wide open hands for any poses you want. These hands are always good to see. You can't see me kind of hands. Then over here, get the mic open hands. Every figure needs these hands, hold stuff, especially that Money in the Bank. We got to get into that. And you get the fisted hands to beat up anyone Drew McIntyre right now. Hopefully that's a good WrestleMania match. Then let's get into the head scans. So you get 3 head scans with this Damian Priest. Here you got like kind of just like a plain expression, just like relaxed. This one definitely has good likeness. I think most of them really do. Really good. I think this was on the Elite before. I don't have that Elite, so this is my first time getting this one. Then over here you get the smiling head scan for Damian Priest. This I think is new. I'm not sure, but almost 100% that is new. This one's pretty good. You get the hair on all these, same hairstyle all around. Then lastly, my personal favorite, I think, you get the screaming head. I do have a little bit of like QC issue or something up there. Maybe I can get that off. I'm gonna have to see. But it doesn't look too bad. The screaming head scan. This one definitely how I'm gonna be posing him on the display. Again, with the hair all around. Now, before we get into the cloth, we got the Senior Money in the Bank. And this one, it does look sick. It does have all the details, Money in the Bank. It could open and everything. But it is a little big. You put the figure, by the figure, I don't have anything on it right now, but if you compare it next to it, I think it is kind of big. If you want to see a regular size that we usually get from Mattel, we have this. This is a regular size, and up next to each other, these are like, you can't even compare, but I mean, next to the figure, this one may be a little too small, but I think this one is better. This just looks like cartoonish how big it is, but Senior Money in the Bank, it was cool. You had to put it with the Ultimate, so I think it is a good accessory, just a little bit big. And now we'll get into the money accessory of the figure. We have the entrance gear cloth with the rubber like top. You get the hood, it's functional, you can put it on and off. The back, this is really good. You got like dots around it. Long cape. This is a good accessory. This is what we want with the Ultimates. Here, I think it looks like you're gonna have to take the head off for this. I would do that anyway. I recommend it because it's just easier. You have nothing on. Let's cut to how it looks on the figure. All right, so here you got Damian Priest with his entrance gear accessory on. Definitely does fit the figure well, I think. It's supposed to have that hair out, I think, because that's how it is on the box over there. So yeah, I took the arms off. I kept the head on because you gotta get that hair sticking out. So then you get the hood on. It's a good hood. It goes on pretty well. Or you could have it off and go on a long cape around the figure. It's a nice accessory to have. Here you have the figure itself. You got Damian Priest, Screaming Head. I'm gonna keep that one on for now. So you got the whole arm, all of his tattoos, his crazy tattoos all over him. Nice detail there. You got the skull in the back still, even though it's covered up a little. Still put that in there. Then the sculpting on this figure is insane. You get fully sculpted, all this on the pants, like texture, you could feel it. It is on pins, that's one thing to note. So, and you get all of that detail, purple, silver, black, all throughout the figure. You get those studs too, on the kick pads. Even the wrist gauntlets, these are like removable, but I don't see why you would want to remove them. Get the whole. So the detailing on this figure is very good. Then if you want to get into the articulation, the head goes up, not too much. The hair restricts it. It doesn't go down too much either. It could go fully rotate 360. The arms are on butterfly here. The tattoo does continue onto the arm of the butterfly joint. And the shoulder goes up, swivels all the way around. You get the bicep cut, double jointed elbows, love to see it. Such an amazing feature you got there. Get the hands all the way around, it bends as well. Then for the torso, you get the cut here. It's not the best cut, but it isn't that bad. Goes back about that much. Goes side to side, does fully rotate. Get the torso twist too. Mine's a little bit tighter, but it's fine. I'd rather it be tight than loose. Then the legs go this. It goes pretty far up actually, because you got the drop down hips. There's the splits. You got to be careful though with those hips. You got to push it back up. Get the cut at the thigh. Double jointed knees with that pin. Goes pretty good. Then you get the cut at the kick pad, the boot, ankles, great ankle articulation all the way around. And then you get the toe articulation that we always love to see. So articulation on this figure is good. He's definitely fun to pose around. Get him in all those poses. And now let's get into some comparisons. Here's your Damian Priest figure comparisons. Over on the left, we have the Elite 89. I don't have too many Damian Priest because this figure was just so good, man. For the time, this is an amazing figure. One of my favorites out of that set. That whole set was bangers after bangers. Then on the right, we have this basic that came in a 2-pack with Finn Balor. It actually did have that Money in the Bank from before too. And I was wrong, I do have this head scan. I didn't realize. I switched the smiling one for the comparisons too. And here is the Terror Twins or Judgment Day together in Ultimate Edition form. I don't have the Finn Balor or the Dominic, and JD doesn't even have an Ultimate, so you could just say the Terror Twins. But there you go, them in figure form. So final thoughts on this Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy Ultimate Edition figure. It is a good figure. Damian Priest's figures are really good for the most part. You get the toyetic, he's very toyetic. You get that entrance gear, Senior Money in the Bank, all the interchangeability. So I think it is a worth it Ultimate Edition. So let's get straight into Rhea now. So here is your Elite 117 Rhea Ripley. Been awaiting this figure for a little bit now. Let's get straight into the box. You got Rhea Ripley on the side, basic Elite packaging. It does cover up here. You can get Rhea Ripley on this other side, on the back if you want to pause to read. It says this is from Elimination Chamber when she fought Nia Jax. You got the rest of the set. I'm hoping I get my hands on this Axiom. Looks like a pretty cool figure. He's cool in NXT. Then you get another picture of Rhea on the side. And let's just get Rhea out of the box. So here you got Rhea Ripley's accessories. She doesn't have too much. Just has one pair of interchangeable hands. You got the open hands. Has all of her tattoos on there. And then you got the entrance gear. This is a really cool entrance gear from when she Elimination Chamber, so she was in her hometown. You get all the detail, the studding. It's just sick. It's really cool. You got Ripley on the back. Sick gear, sick entrance gear. Here's the vest on the figure. It looks really good. Just like the detailing, the sculpting all together with this really makes this figure pop. Doesn't matter like how plain, like black it is. The sculpting really throws it over the top. So here's the figure itself. This is a really good Rhea Ripley figure based on first impressions. We'll get into it. We got that head scan smiling kind of with like face paint or makeup. They got that different hair as well. Then you got the attire, black, it's simple, but that's what she has, that's what she wears. She's got all that studding. Even got the mommy necklace, don't forget about that. Get all the tattoos, she has so many tattoos. The pinless knees, the boots, got some nice sculpting. Does have that toe articulation, we gotta get into that with articulation. In the back, you know, it's simple, but it gets the job done for a Rhea Ripley. So getting into some articulation, the head does go fully around. Doesn't go up or down too much, very restricted. Arm, got the shoulder, goes fully around, bicep cut, double jointed arms. Get the wrist, all the hand. Then for the torso, you get about this much of a crunch, this much back. Get the pivoting, really smooth. Then get the cut here by the waist. Legs, goes up about that much, not too bad. It is able to do splits, so you got that. You get double jointed knees, really good, pinless. And boot cut, ankle. It's pretty good. It's just hard to do it on camera. Then you get the toe articulation. So the articulation is pretty smooth. It was hard for me to do it on camera a little, but in person it's very good. Now we'll get into some comparisons. You do have quite a few Rhea Ripley figures over here. All the way on the left, that is her first Elite. It's definitely a good one. Her figures have been pretty good since that one, so that was a good start. Then you got her Ultimate Edition that came with the Raw ring, Mattel Creations exclusive. Here you got the regular Elite, and over here is this basic. Just picked it up really for the head scan. It has the mommy chain too. They all have the mommy chain. This one just has a regular one. So they do look good up next to each other. And then here you have her up next to the Damian Priest we just reviewed. So you put them together, looks pretty good. So final thoughts on this figure. It is a really good Rhea Ripley. If you don't have the Ultimate, like most people don't, it is hard to get your hands on because you got to buy the whole ring and it's annoying. So this is definitely the one for you to get. One thing I will say, I wish it came with that screaming face that is on the figure. Kind of missed opportunity with the Ultimate. We don't have a screaming Rhea yet, but this head scan is very good. The smiling head scan, you get that face paint, that different type of hair. So it is definitely a good figure if you don't have the Ultimate. And probably, I want to say her best Elite so far. I don't have that white one, so I can't really compare it to that, but I think it's her best Elite so far. So that wraps up your Ultimate Edition Damian Priest and Elite 117 Rhea Ripley figure review. I did throw the title on that. Rhea just looks just amazing. I love that title. I only have one copy of it, so that kind of sucks. Hopefully we get more down the line. But that's the end of the review. Really good figures. Thank you guys so much for watching. You made it this far. Please like the video if you enjoyed. Sure to comment as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.